The most powerful weapon in the world is not money. It is not fame. It is not physical strength. It is the human mind. Every great achievement, invention, discovery, empire, and transformation first began inside someone's thoughts. Before success appears in reality, it is created mentally. That is why mastering your mind is one of the most important battles you will ever face. Because if you cannot control your mind will control you. Many people are prisoners of their own thoughts. Fear controls them. Doubt controls them. Negativity controls them. One bad moment ruins their entire day. One criticism destroys their confidence. One failure convinces them to quit. But mentally strong people think differently. They understand that thoughts shape actions, actions shape habits, and habits shape destiny. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." That quote explains why mindset matters so deeply. A negative mind can turn opportunities into problems. A disciplined mind can turn problems into opportunities. The battlefield is inside your head. Every single day, two voices compete within you. One says, "You're too weak." The other says, "Keep going." One says, "Quit now." The other says, "Push harder." One feeds fear while the other feeds courage. Whichever voice you strengthen becomes your future. That is why you must become careful about what you allow into your mind. Endless negativity, toxic people, constant comparison, and destructive habits slowly poison thinking. Eventually, people begin doubting themselves without even realizing why. Protect your mental environment carefully. Bruce Lee once said, "As you think, so shall you become." That sentence carries enormous truth. People who constantly think negatively often behave negatively. People who repeatedly feed discipline, courage, and determination into their minds slowly become stronger human beings. And understand this clearly. Controlling your thoughts does not mean never feeling fear, sadness, or stress. Every human experiences difficult emotions. Strength comes from refusing to let those emotions dominate your decisions. A student may feel tired, but still chooses to study. An athlete may feel exhausted, but still chooses to train. A person rebuilding life after failure may feel discouraged, but still chooses to continue. That is mental discipline. Too many people today are controlled by temporary emotions. If they feel motivated, they work. If they feel uncomfortable, they stop. But feelings change constantly. Purpose and discipline create consistency. Jocko Willink once said, "Discipline equals freedom. Freedom from regret, freedom from weakness, freedom from becoming controlled by distractions and impulses." Another dangerous enemy of the mind is overthinking. Many people destroy opportunities by analyzing fear endlessly. They imagine failure before even trying. They create problems inside their minds bigger than reality itself. Action weakens fear. Movement creates confidence. A calm, focused mind understands that mistakes are part of growth, not proof of failure. Another important lesson is learning to control attention. Modern life is full of distractions. Phones, social media, endless entertainment, gossip, and negativity constantly pull attention away from goals. A distracted mind struggles to create meaningful progress. Focus is power. Napoleon Hill once said, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." But achievement requires concentration. A scattered mind weakens potential. A focused mind becomes dangerous in the best possible way. And perhaps one of the most important things to remember is this: your inner voice matters greatly. Many people speak to themselves more harshly than they would ever speak to another person. They constantly repeat phrases like, "I'm not good enough," "I always fail," or "I can't do this." Those thoughts slowly become beliefs, and beliefs shape behavior. Replace weakness with strength. Replace excuses with action. Replace fear with preparation. Earl Nightingale once said, "We become what we think about." That is why mental control changes everything. When you control your thoughts, distractions become weaker, fear becomes smaller, discipline becomes stronger, confidence grows, and your future begins transforming from the inside outward. Ladies and gentlemen, the strongest people are not always the richest, fastest, or most talented. Often, they are simply people who learned how to master their own minds during difficult moments. And once a person gains control over their thinking, they gain the power to completely change their life.